Welcome back. Here we are again. It's the Ladies' Diary yet again. December. Happy holidays. Listen, tonight we are stepping into a conversation that touches every woman, no matter her age, her story, or her background. December is Human Rights Month, and while the world usually focuses on politics or global issues, tonight we're focusing on something much closer to home. Okay, women's emotional rights. That's what we do here on the Ladies' Diary. We come here to support each other and all our rights. Because before a woman carries a household, a job, a family, or a community, she carries herself, her feelings, her voice, her boundaries, her worth. Okay. For too long, too many women have been asked to dim those things just to keep peace. So tonight we say it plainly. A woman has the right to feel without being dramatic or being called dramatic, pardon me. Our emotions are not a problem to fix. They are proof that we are human. And a woman has the right to speak without being dismissed. Our voices do not need to be softened or shortened or sanitized to deserve respect. A woman has the right to set boundaries without guilt, okay? Because protecting your peace, it's not selfish, it's survival, it's self-worth in action. A woman has the right to support, okay? Not constant sacrifice. To have relationships that pour back into her, not bleed her dry. And a woman has the right to feel emotionally safe, not just physically safe. Safety isn't just about locks on doors. It's about being able to breathe in your own life without being belittled or ignored or punished for speaking your truth. That's what tonight is about. Not perfection, not performance. Okay? Permission. Permission for women to be whole, human, and heard. Plain and simple, guys. Seriously. Tonight, we open this space for honesty, healing, and for the kind of conversation that makes every woman watching say, finally, somebody gets it. Settle in, grab your tea, okay? Sorry, grab your journal, whatever you need, because tonight we're naming things that generations of women were told to swallow. And with that said, it's time to bring in the woman who brings the lemonade, the heart, and the balance to this show every single month. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please help me welcome my co-host, Mama Lyons.
You know, every time I'm just feeling the vibe.
Right? You just want to dance. Vibe that stuff.
Intro music.
Hello, beautiful. How are you?
I'm fantastic, Boss B. How are you?
I am doing great. This has been a really good week. I am so excited.
It has.
It's Ladies' Diary again, and here we go.
I've been looking forward to it.
Me too. And I've noticed how you've got some pretty darn good shows going on over there now.
Woo!
Coach's Corner.
There
it is.
I'm so excited.
There it is.
Coach's
Voices
Corner.
Of Resilience. Oh my goodness.
Resilience. Absolutely. Love it. Love it. And love the Ladies' Diary. This is good stuff.
Yes, it is.
I'm living my best life.
Hey, that's what I like to hear. That is what I like to hear. And that's what we all need to do, right?
Yes.
All right. Now that our table is set, ma'am, it is time to bring in the voices who make this conversation richer and deeper and, more real. These are women who don't just talk about emotional rights. They've lived those battles too. The breakthroughs, the boundaries,
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to open up the stage and welcome our panelists. And I'm going to welcome them up just like Big Jack does. So here they go. There it is. Hello,
ladies. Hello.
How are you today?
Awesome.
Very good.
Blessed.
very blessed, aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm so happy you're here.
Thank you for
I'm so
having
grateful you invited us. You know?
Yeah.
Thank you. Well,
Yeah.
you know, I would think I was telling you earlier, this is one of those months where I want somebody that I already know knows what I'm talking about, because that's what women need, right?
Mhm.
Is to open up and say, "Hey,
Yeah.
here I am. I
Mhm.
understand what you've been through," right?
Mhm.
So, but before we dive into this letter, because I do have a letter for us, I want to open the floor with a question that sits right at the heart of Human Rights Month. Okay. When women, when a woman has spent years being told her feelings are too much, what is the very first step she can take to reclaim her emotional space? And I want to hear each of you on this, because every woman watching tonight deserves to know where that journey back to herself begins. If you wouldn't mind, ma'am. How about Poetic? Would you let us in on what you think, my dear?
Oh, I had to be the first one.
Yes.
Well, I mean, because every woman deserves to be heard. Just take your woman power and do what you have to do, because everyone deserves to be heard, no matter what anybody says. I mean,
Exactly.
we all have to let our emotions out, let our feelings out. Talk to somebody if you need to talk to somebody. Just let your emotions out and just let it, let it be. Speak your mind. Just speak your
Absolutely.
mind. Don't worry about what anybody else say.
There you go. There you go. Kim?
Um, I think Poetic is very right, but before somebody can actually do that, they have to feel confident in themselves to be able to
Yeah,
say
yeah,
to themselves, I matter. So
yeah.
when I've been teaching young girls, basically like makeup and whatever else for young
Mhm.
girls, the first thing I tell them is, you are not beautiful until you're beautiful.
Yeah.
Then you put color on your face, right?
There you go.
So every day I get them to look in the mirror, look at themselves and say 3 positive things. They cannot be the same 3 positive things every day. They
Mhm.
all have to be different. And after a week, you'd be surprised. And one of the moms came to me and she's like, what on earth are you teaching our children? And I'm like, well, and she's like, it has worked wonders on my daughter.
Yeah.
Just her confidence has really raised up. So look at yourself in the mirror and say it. If you can't stand hearing it out loud, write it down. I am good because, and then
Yes.
write
Yeah.
3 things. Or I am safe. I am loved. I am whatever it is you want to affirm. Just write down 3 things every day.
There you go. There you go. That sounds good. Do you want to add anything to that one, Mama Lions?
Well, I'm hearing the right words, for sure. Confidence,
Mm-hmm.
you having your voice heard, and something you said too, Boss B, when you said whole, human, and heard. I loved those 3 words together. Feeling that is the key, and I think Kim hit it when she said, "Hey, first they have to believe it. They have to know it. They have to believe it, and it starts when you're young." And we look for validation when we're children from our parents first. We look for validation from the people in our lives that are nurturing us. And that's where it starts. And I believe that's why women who have daddies in their lives understand better how to select the man that will be their partner in life. I think if they have a daddy that's been a good daddy, then they understand how a man should treat you. So that's only one example, and I know we're going to get into this more, but really knowing that you matter.
Yes.
That's where it starts. A
Absolutely.
little seed of believing that you matter can go a long way. And and in that, I think that you can feel better to express yourself, to use your voice. So that's my thoughts on that.
I like that. Thank you.
It's like in the movie The Help, that little girl saying, I smart,
Yeah.
I kind, I is important. It's like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Start it with
Exactly
your
that.
babies.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, it's all programming, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
From
Yeah, it
one
is.
person to the next.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It
it is.
It is. All right. I'm going to shift us into the heartbeat of the Lady's Diary now, the part where, real women, real voices, experiences, they step forward. And because conversations like this aren't really theory, they're lived. They're really felt. And sometimes they're carried alone until someone finally says, you can put that down now.
Yeah.
So tonight's letter isn't just a story. It's a total snapshot of what too many women endure in silence. And as we read it together, I want every woman watching, please, to remember you deserve to be heard. You deserve to be safe, and your feelings are not a burden by any means. Okay. All right. We're going to open tonight's letter. Now then, dear ladies of the diary, I love the way they started that of the diary. Okay. I love that. That is so perfect.
I like it.
I never thought I'd be the woman writing into a show like this. First off, I'm sorry, you don't know how many letters I have that they say the same thing. I never thought I would be the woman writing. And I think this right here is a very good preface for this whole episode, because this is a lady being heard now, right? Okay. I never thought I'd be the woman writing into a show like this, but here I am, because for the first time in my life, I'm realizing that being strong shouldn't mean being silent. I'm a 47-year-old mother of 2 grown kids. I have a career I worked hard for, and people who know me would probably say I'm the one who has it together. But the truth is, somewhere along the way, I forgot what it felt like to have my feelings taken seriously. We all understand that in one form. Now, for most of my adult life, whenever I tried to express something real, hurt, frustration, even simple disappointment, I'd get hit with the same 3 words. You are overreacting. It didn't matter if it was my husband, a coworker, or even family members. Anytime I tried to speak up, the conversation somehow turned into me being too sensitive or too emotional, or my personal favorite is doing the most. So I started shrinking without even realizing it. You learn to tiptoe so much that it becomes muscle memory. You stop asking for what you need because you don't want to be a burden. You start apologizing for things you didn't even do. And little by little, your voice turns into a whisper in your own life. The turning point came last month. I had just finished a 10-hour shift at work, exhausted but proud because I handled a major project on my own. When I walked in the door, all I said, literally all was said, "Hey, I'm worn out tonight. Can we keep things quiet for a bit?" And I swear, before I even got my coat off, I was told I was starting drama. Drama for admitting I was tired. Something snapped in me right then, but not in a loud way, not in screaming or slamming doors way. It was quiet, the kind of snap where you suddenly see your whole life from the outside. Now, I realized that if another woman I love came to me with a story like mine, I would never call her dramatic. I would never tell her to calm down or to stop feeling things so deeply. I would tell her she had the right to rest, the right to boundaries, the right to take up emotional space in her own home. So why wasn't I giving myself that same grace? That night, I sat in my car because that's where my safe space is, and I decided that I'm done apologizing for being human. I'm done pretending feelings are flaws. I'm done letting other people control the volume of my voice. I don't know exactly what comes next. I'm not leaving my marriage today. I'm not blowing up my life, but I am making changes. I'm starting with little things, saying I need a moment without explaining it twice, letting myself feel something without grading it. Speaking up in meetings, even when my voice shakes. It's small, but it's mine, and it's a start. I wanted to write to the Ladies' Diary because I know I'm not alone. Women everywhere are fighting to be heard, fighting not to be dismissed, fighting to feel safe in relationships that look stable from the outside. So my question tonight is simple. How do you rebuild your sense of worth after years of feeling like your emotions were too much? And how do you stand firm in your truth without feeling guilty for taking up space you've always deserved? Signed, Still Fighting to Be Heard.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a deep one, and that's why
I have
got my
so many
candle.
questions.
Yeah, I don't have any answers. That was
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So wait,
Never in
I'm
the history
sorry.
of Calm Down has anyone
I just saw
ever
that
calmed
too.
down.
Exactly. Well,
Love
exactly. We better stop for a second and say hello to our wonderful amount of viewers right now. Good to see you, Walt. All right. What do y'all think about this one, huh?
I mean, we all need that moment to ourselves. We really do. And she said that she decided to start speaking up for herself.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing, I believe. I mean, because we all get tired. I mean, especially as women, because we as women, we're wives, we're mothers, we're teachers, we doctors and all this and that for the household.
Right.
So I mean, the moment that she takes for herself is the moment she needs to take for herself. And to say that you're being over dramatic just because you say one simple word or something, I mean, we all probably have been there,
Mm-hmm.
but at times that I have. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I have.
Right.
So I just take my time like she do. I go in my vehicle and just take time for myself, or just go somewhere, just ride down the street or something, just take time for myself and clear my mind and realize to myself, okay, I know I didn't do anything wrong, but it's a little complicated. You know what I'm saying? It is. But I just have to remind myself, I know I didn't do anything wrong,
Right.
So.
Yeah, because it's dialogue. It's usually two-way. And I find that as women, we tend to take on the responsibility of both sides for some reason. And I had to think about when I was younger, those types of comments like you're overreacting, doing the most, those types of comments would cut me to the core. I would get my feelings hurt, especially if I'm in a good mood and I make a comment, and that can still happen now with some people in my life. I make a comment and then they got something negative to follow up with, or all of a sudden you've done something you don't even know you've done it. And what I had to realize is that that's a them problem.
Right.
It's not a me
Yes.
problem. That's a them problem.
Yes.
And once I stop owning everybody else's, because if you're naturally empathic, and a lot of us are, you're going to feel what other people feel. Well, it gets to be a bit much when you're feeling what other people are feeling and you trying to feel what you're feeling. It does. It gets to be a bit much. And I do think, and we've talked about this, about maturity. As we get older, we care less and less about worrying about what others think. And not to sound selfish, but to be honest with you, you got to be responsible for your feelings.
Absolutely.
And I need to be responsible for mine.
Right.
Now, if I'm coming in and I'm telling you I'm tired. Unapologetically, I'm tired. That might mean I'm not going to cook dinner. That might mean I'm not going to run an errand. Whatever it means, it means. But when you decide to assign something on me, like, there you go again, or you're this, or you're that, that's a you problem. I'm good. I know where I stand. I know how I feel. It's legitimate. One of the things that I really emphasize is authenticity for that reason. Because when you're authentic and you show up as your natural self, you don't have to apologize. People got to either get used to it or fall off. Pigeons cannot breathe at the altitude that eagles can. So don't apologize for being an eagle. It's just, it is what it is.
Mhm.
I know that that's probably a horrible thing to say, but
Yeah.
nobody should raise their hand right now and self-identify as a pigeon. So we should be okay.
I love pigeons. They're so cute. They do this. You know, like I love
Thank you for
pigeons.
standing up for the pigeons. But
Right.
somebody's got to do it. Because I'm always praising the eagles. But anyway, I digress.
Right. There you go.
Well, something I would suggest for this lady is she needs a safe space, a physically safe space. When our daughters were little, I was always told that being angry was a sin. It's a
Yes.
bad emotion. You're not allowed to have it. You're not allowed to do it. God doesn't like it. All of that stuff. And then I went to my psychologist one day and I said, "Oh, I'm so mad, but I'm mad at myself for being mad." He looked at me and says, "Do you know how stupid you sound right now?" Thanks. But because of that, because he gave me permission to be angry, we taught our girls, okay, this is your bedroom. This is your safe space. You want to yell, you want to scream, you want to cry, you want to throw things, you want to do it in here.
There
You
go.
don't hurt a person, you don't break stuff.
Mhm.
Those are the rules.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I think this lady needs. She needs a safe space where it may be her car. I personally would love to see it move into the house.
Yeah.
If her kids are grown and moved away, take one of their old bedrooms, you know, and just make it. It doesn't have to be a she shed or whatever, but
Sure it
make
does.
it. That's a little much.
I
You
want
know, you're asking too
I
much.
want the she shed.
I have like 2/3 of my house that's all
Yeah.
my stuff anyways. But no, she needs a physically safe space where she can just say, okay, guys,
Right.
I'm going to take 5 minutes. And it may start at 5 minutes. It may start at 1 minute.
Mhm.
And just give herself permission, you know, to go and be as big emotion as she wants to be, whether it's laughing, crying,
Mhm.
swearing at the air or whatever.
Yeah.
She needs to give herself permission and she needs a safe space. That's where I would
Absolutely.
go with that.
I completely agree. I think
Yeah.
Me
we
too.
all need, men and women all need a safe space.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that's why they have their, doghouse,
Yeah.
garage,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man cave,
The
but
she
yeah.
shed, the she shed for me, of course, would probably be, because I've got so much craft stuff. But, when I sit down to do, or like Kim, when you sit down to do your jewelry,
Mhm.
don't you feel better about some of the things that you've
Oh,
gotten? I mean, you work it out in your head so much
Mhm.
better when you can concentrate on something else.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel.
and for me, it's not only just concentrating on something else, it's concentrating on pretty.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
like for me, I like pretty. I have
Yeah.
a very good friend. Some of you might know her, named Crystal, and she doesn't do pretty, but she does do authentic.
Yes.
Mhm.
There you go.
And she
Yeah.
has, like this lady, she was told her entire life, what you are going to say doesn't matter. You are too much. You are whatever. And over the last 3 years, she and I knew each other many, many years ago. I dated her older brother. It didn't work out. Anyways, but she and I reconnected, and just the amount of growth that she's done in those 3 years. She and I share a psychiatrist, and she's like, Kim, you are doing a lot better because you're working with her and you're helping her. So maybe this lady needs to find somebody else to find their voice,
Yeah.
Maybe
right?
you could be right.
I think community matters. Who you surround yourself with definitely matters, because
Yeah.
I think people either speak life unto you or death. It's one or the
Yeah.
other, and you have to be able to discern who is really in your corner,
Yeah.
who really means you well, and trust your intuition. And again, part of, if you want to own your voice and you want to be heard, then you have to keep speaking.
Yep.
And then the people might shift who are listening. And I hate to say that, because I think a lot of times women especially hold on to relationships, and I don't just mean like, male, female, but relationships in general.
Yeah.
They hold on to relationships sometimes far too long
Yeah.
because either that loyalty is a thing, or they're it's that fear of missing out on something by not having this person around. But if you really assess what you get from the people in your life and you're honest, you have to let some things and some people go. And that's a part of it too. If people find fault in you consistently,
Mm-hmm.
you have to ask yourself why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why are they
Right.
finding fault in you? Are you finding fault in them?
Yeah.
And are they finding fault because there's actually fault to be found? Or are they finding fault because you're allowing them to speak negativity into your life?
Mhm.
There you go.
to make them feel better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Because
Some
you
people
teach people
shrink
how to treat you.
exactly so they
Right.
can puff up. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
That's
sometimes the fault
right.
that they blame you for, that's really something that they need to work on themselves, I believe,
Yeah.
Right.
sometimes. Hmm.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. My goodness, we've had a lot of people walk in. Hello, howdy, source. Hello,
I can't
Miss
even see my
Ron.
chat. I don't know who in my chat. Hi, y'all.
We got all kinds of people up in here. I can't even name them
good.
all.
Look,
Listening
Great.
in BG. What's BG?
Background.
PG
That
background,
okay,
yeah.
okay. Got it. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess what I would want to say to
Hey,
this
Indy.
writer is, thank you for trusting us with this, because
mhm.
Yeah.
what they're really describing is something, well, we all carry in silence in some
Yeah.
way.
Mhm.
And that slow erosion of your voice and your confidence and your emotional space, it's just forever damaging, and it's forever silent unless
Yeah.
you pick it up and let it out, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think anything she's feeling is too much. Do you? I mean,
No.
No,
like,
no, no.
too much. Why?
No.
How can you say that to a person? You're too
Yeah.
much, or you're too emotional. Excuse me. Maybe you're not emotional, or maybe you're not enough.
Yeah.
You're not
Much
attached enough to
Maybe
your own
it's you
feelings.
and not me,
Yeah.
right?
I believe sometimes when people say that to you, you're doing too much, or they don't know how to handle your emotions, or maybe they need to work on their own emotions too. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, how can you just tell somebody you're doing too much? If I'm sitting here telling you I feel this type of way, at least console me or talk to me. Don't tell me that I'm overreacting. Don't tell me that.
Well, and one of my things that I really, I don't have to agree with
Right.
what you've said, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But I at least try to understand.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
proper thing to do, is try and understand. And
Mhm.
I may never get it, but I
Yeah.
tried. I
Yeah.
tried.
Yeah.
And that's the more important part. If this person is not trying, then
Yeah.
it's
See, the
cliche, but you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and it sounds
No.
like a pretty old dog to me.
anyway, I was gonna say, like Mr. Block here says, say all men don't get out, run out. Now, I'm going to push back on that one, in that my husband is the leader of my house. I am a submissive wife. I am
Mhm.
nobody's doormat,
Right.
right? I am a
Right.
strong woman, and I build up my husband so that he is yet a stronger man, right?
Mhm.
And that's, I think, our job as a partner. You take your partner, whether it be a man or a woman or anything in between, right? And you're like, okay, I love you enough to say this. Please understand, with an open heart, you're being a jerk.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Or or honey, you are right. You are so smart. You are, be their biggest cheerleader, whether it's your
Mhm.
kids, your spouse, your partner, your best
Mhm.
friend. And then
Mhm.
don't forget to do it to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Yes.
that's one of the biggest problems, is we forget
Right.
we forget ourselves.
Mhm.
There
Yeah.
for someone else, but not for yourself.
Right.
And oftentimes the people who are, because Kim, what you're mentioning to me is a balance for you in your home. You
Mhm.
have a balance, and it works for you. And but at the end of the day, your spouse, your partner, whatever, they have their stuff they need to work on too.
Absolutely.
And
Yes.
and when you cannot assume, again, I go back to don't take responsibility for that. Be a
Right.
support, be a helpmate, be someone who loves, but don't take responsibility for it. And I'm speaking from experience because for years I thought I could fix people.
Mhm.
And I put so much emphasis on fixing others
Mhm.
that I
Yep.
lost myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so I want this person to understand that it's okay to maintain your voice. In fact,
Yes.
it's imperative. It's imperative.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yes.
And again, you will attract what is meant for you.
Yeah.
I'm not
Right.
telling someone to run for the hills or leave a person, because maybe when you start changing the way you do things, that other person might learn and from it and change the way they treat you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly.
Ding, ding, ding. Winner.
One of my best friends, for her whole life, she was second place in her whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And then she started to set boundaries. People around her,
That's what it is.
they pushed back so hard. But man, she is a healthier woman these days
Yeah.
because she taught these people how to treat her before. Then she's
Mhm.
like, hold it, we need to reprogram a little bit,
Yeah.
and she is just amazing. She's currently making supper in my house.
Yay. I'm on my
She's
way.
staying with me. She's staying with me until she can move into her next apartment. So, I mean,
Great,
but
though.
honestly, she learned how to stand for herself
Mhm.
and not be somebody's background, right? It
Yep.
took her a long time to find out that she deserved that amount, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Kim, that's one of my favorite things. We teach people how to treat us.
Mhm.
I say that all the time.
Mhm.
You do.
And
You
you
do.
can either teach them to treat us well or not,
Yeah.
depending on how
Mhm.
you respond. That
Yeah.
to me is key.
Yep.
So I love that you said that. It's so true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, when a partner repeatedly dismisses your feelings, what they're really saying is your comfort doesn't matter as much as my convenience. And that's something to run away from.
Yeah.
I mean, full force with all the steam you have, go. Get away.
Yeah.
Or else push
Yeah.
back and see if they respond positively to the pushback.
Right.
Yeah.
Because some people have never been pushed back against.
True.
Yeah.
Very
But
true.
not with the intention of, I'm going to change him or her.
No.
Because
He's
that
not a
doesn't
diaper.
work.
You can't
Right.
change him.
Okay.
Right.
There you go.
Like that. You're not a
There
diaper.
you go. There you go.
Honestly, that's the difference. There's a nuance there, because when you set out to change someone, you're departing from yourself. You're
Yeah.
focused on them, and you're not going to benefit yourself or them, because
Yeah.
people don't change like that. But what people can do is they can learn from you and they can grow.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
Yeah.
and they can watch and they can see, okay, here's a boundary I'm not going to cross. Because if I do, this is what I'm going to get from that person. And I don't think I want that smoke. That's
Yeah.
the difference. To me,
Yeah.
that's
Right.
the difference. Yeah.
I think, it's not you're asking for too much. It's you're asking the wrong person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
I mean, because it just 47-year-old lady, okay, she's obviously been with this person for a little while.
Yeah.
And it sounds like a lot of while. So
Especially if she has grown kids with this person.
Yeah.
right.
Mhm.
Right. So, I mean, I think it's one of those things. It's just,
Well, we assume it's with that
get
person,
out.
but we don't
Yeah.
know that. Kim.
True.
It's two
Yes.
grown kids.
Are bad.
We don't know who the daddy is, but
Right.
or daddy, whatever. But
Very fair. Very
All right.
fair.
You're right. You're right. Let's not assume. I don't want to assume, but
Yeah.
there's like Kim said earlier, I've got so many questions. Well, I wish I could get these people that write these letters in on the panel, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
The reasons,
Sometimes
and
too,
that's
right?
okay because we do have a lot to offer here. That's
Mhm.
at least that's how I feel.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I always want context, and we always joke about that. Walt and I are the two that want context in the iron sharpening iron universe.
Mhm.
Yep.
But I think about when people say things, words have power, and I'm looking at, well, let's see, you're overreacting, you're doing the most, you're starting drama. So there's more to it, as always. There's more to the story. There's
Right.
something going on. Because
Mhm.
anytime someone hits me with those types of statements, my answer is, tell me more about that. What do
Yeah.
you mean? In what
Yeah.
way?
Mhm.
How?
Yeah. Yeah.
What have I done specifically? No, give me details, give me facts.
Yeah.
So those and that we're not
Yes.
going to get that in this. So
No.
it's easy for us to say run or do it your way.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Boss B, what is she saying? She's saying she's tired of what? She's tired.
I mean, she's just tired of everything. It sounds like to me.
She's tired of being second place in her own house, in her
Yes.
own life.
Yes.
And
Right?
not being heard.
All
right?
of it. Right.
Yes.
Yes. Not being heard. Yeah.
So now, if you were to teach somebody how to be confident, like I said, I would start them young. But
Mhm.
what if they're not young anymore? What if they are grown?
Mhm.
My students were all adults. And I had one
Right.
student come say to me, teacher, how do I be more like you? And I'm like, well, what do you mean more like me? Well, confident. Okay. So I researched it. Are you guys familiar with the idea of the Superman pose?
The what? I'm sorry.
Wait,
say it again.
Superman pose.
Superman.
Oh,
Superhero pose. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So you
Okay.
stand,
yeah.
you put your chest out,
Oh, the
put your
pose,
arms
okay.
back,
The pose.
look out,
Yeah.
and you stand just in that physical space for 5 minutes.
Okay.
You're going to feel like an idiot. But that physical presence, giving yourself that physical presence,
Mhm.
even if you don't say a word, even if you need the safe space, do it in your bathroom if you have to.
Right.
Just take your time in your shower if that's
Yeah.
the only time you get 5 minutes.
Right.
Do it there.
And I teach this in my workshops that I used to do. Tribe Authentic Woman was something originally that I started a few years ago. And I say self-awareness is the biggest key. The more you become self-aware. Because honestly, I think a lot of people go through life on autopilot and don't really do much personal development. They just live and be reactive to life.
Right.
And if you've been in the shadow of someone else and you've been supporting someone else, you haven't taken the time to get to know yourself and work on yourself. So my first advice would be to, like you said, get in a safe space, but turn the lens inward. Focus inward. What is it that I need to know? Why do I react the way that I do when certain things happen? Why do I put myself in these situations? Ask yourself the tough questions. The reason why life coaching is so powerful is because it's inquiry based. And there are a lot of good life coaches and there's a lot of bad ones out there. I get that. There's people who are skilled at that. There's people who aren't. But for people who really understand the power of being a good coach, you're on the sidelines. You're not actually in the game. You're not actually playing. So as a coach on the sidelines, you are literally asking the right questions, guiding, and doing it in a way that the people playing the game have to own it.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a coach and you're working through things on your own, then you need to ask yourself the tough questions. How many of you, Poetic, Kim, Boss, have you asked yourself questions mentally at times to say, why am I putting up with this? Or why am I experiencing, why am I had to ask myself, but then be brave enough to be truthful with your answer.
Yeah.
I lie to myself more than I lie to anyone else.
Right. No, I'm with you right there, Kim,
Yeah.
because it's easier.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
easier.
But
I
if you
can
tell
fool
the
me
truth,
any day.
move yourself on the continuum. Tell the truth. Move yourself away from that which is not good for you. That's the tough part. That's the part many people don't want to do. And that's where, at the end of the day, if you are able to be honest with yourself, you will become so much more aware of who you are. A lot of us could have degrees, PhDs in self-analytics because we know what we're doing. It's like, I know when I'm eating cream puffs and all this sweets and stuff, I already know what it's going to do to my body. I still choose to make that decision. Because in the moment, I want to be gratified. And I think that's how most people are in life. You put yourself in certain situations, you already know it's not good. I mean, my goodness, a pack of cigarettes has a certain general warning on it, and people still smoke. What, you know what I mean? So, like, that's my thought on that. Take the time to be self-aware. Take a break from whoever is speaking negatively into your life, and start asking yourself why you've been accepting of it. And how long are you going to be accepting of it?
What are you going to lose by bettering it? Right?
Right.
And if you're going to lose 240 pounds by bettering it, shove them out the door.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
It is what it is.
I agree. I definitely agree with that one because, I mean, come on. You only have one life to live. Okay.
One life.
There's not much left of it in mine. So,
and it goes by so quick. These years go by so quick.
They do.
Blink and you're 10 years older. And it's hard on, I know, especially us empaths, because we're feeling every inch of that age along with all the chaos that's around us and the people that we love. We feel their ages too. You know, my kids make me feel so darn old, but my grandchild makes me feel younger.
Yeah.
I don't get it because, you know, yesterday or the day before, I had the pigtails with the little pom-poms and everything going on.
Love it.
I felt awesome for about 5 minutes, and then I felt totally ridiculous. So.
But feeling ridiculous is sometimes the best thing you can do.
Exactly.
Joy.
Yes. I mean,
Your grandkids bring joy back into your life. They do. You feel good. I always say, even as teachers, and Kim, you probably relate to this too. As a teacher, if you teach young kids, you stay kind of young. People say that to me all the time, and like, you know, I teach middle school girls, so they teach me so much. You know? At that 13, 14 year old, they teach me so much, and so it's about, again, who you're surrounded by.
Absolutely. I see Big Jack over there talking in the chat room right now, along with Miss Ron. We got lots of people in here tonight, in and out today. I did want to point out Miss Joan Parker, negativity in your space, and she's tired of feeling like she's not important anymore. I believe that.
Yeah. And Joan, I think she was reacting to the what do you have to lose and negativity in your space. She's absolutely right.
Yeah.
Right.
Let it go.
Let it go.
It's life is all about choices, and it's your choice to stay in that same attitude or move out of it. And simple. And you know what? You're strong enough to do it. You are. You just got to find that strength, and everybody has it. Everybody has it. It's just who can find it faster nowadays.
Right.
You know? And it's okay to take your time in trying to find that, because you don't want to overlook something much more important. You know, little things, those little bitty teeny tiny things that you walk right past them.
Yeah. Well, if you value what you want other people to value in you, you have to value in yourself first.
That's
so
right.
You have to value your voice. You have to trust your voice. You have to trust yourself. You have to make decisions that say, I matter. And then other people either fall in line or they don't, you know.
Right.
And it all sounds cliche, but I guarantee any woman listening, just try it. Just try it. But when I was in my 20s and 30s, I couldn't see this. I couldn't. I thought I was created to make somebody else happy.
Yeah.
right?
you
Yeah.
know. And I
Yep.
still get to make people happy, but I do it in a different way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Make
Without
yourself happy in
sacrificing
the
myself.
process, though.
Yes,
You
Yeah.
got to make yourself happy in the process.
it's exactly.
How can you make anybody happy if you're not happy too?
If you're not happy, yeah.
Ooh, that's a
Don't be
$1 million
afraid.
question.
Yeah. Don't be
You
afraid
can't
to
fill a cup
try
from an
different
empty
things.
pot, right?
Mhm.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Poetic, what were you saying?
No, I'm just saying, don't be afraid to, try different things, or don't be afraid to move on. If you feel like you need to move on, don't be afraid, because
Exactly.
always another door to open up to better things and better opportunities.
That's
So
right.
don't be afraid to move on. Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
There's a fine line though. I think this is where a lot of women, we've been trained, like men have been trained, boys don't cry.
Mhm.
Women are trained, it is your job to make people happy,
Yes.
Mhm.
right?
We're
So
nurtured.
there's a
Yeah.
fine line though in giving yourself permission to allow yourself to be happy,
Yeah.
and then it's just far over to become self-absorbed,
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yep,
So you can
absolutely.
hide behind, oh, I am speaking my truth, I am
Yeah.
standing my ground, when in fact you're just being a cow.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
to look at, what is my fruit, right? Be a fruit inspector. What is my fruit? What am I creating around me?
Right.
Yeah.
Am I creating more joyful people? Am I
Yeah.
creating stressed out people because
Mhm.
I am stressful? You
Yeah.
have to own that too,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
That's
Hey,
very
C plus
Yeah.
sister.
Very
Sorry,
true.
my plus sister's here. I have to say hi to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever work for people? You can tell when people are kind of miserable. And I find in the workplace where you have so many different personalities,
Oh yeah.
that's where you experience some of that. Some people will repel you, some people will draw you
Mhm.
in. And
Mhm.
it's just like what you're saying, Kim. Some people are disguised as confident, but
Mhm.
they're not really that confident.
no.
Because if I have to shrink you to make myself bigger, I'm not
Mhm.
confident. I'm
Yeah.
actually using your energy
Yeah.
to feel better.
Exactly.
And that is an
Yeah.
energy vampire. And I don't like that either.
Yeah.
So I agree that I love that. You got to look at the fruit that you bear.
Yes.
Mhm.
You know, what is happening
Yep.
around you? How are the people around you feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what, who really is in your corner? So I
Mhm.
think that's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. You guys, we're really knocking this hour out quickly.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's already got 48 minutes.
Wow. We talk a lot.
Yes, we
Yeah.
do. and that's a good
We're
thing.
too much. Our personalities are just too big to be kept into an hour.
That's a good
I
thing.
think that we need to write down
Right.
in there. So yeah.
Not gonna happen.
No.
No.
People
I'm
will see me
good.
doing something audacious, or they'll see somebody else doing something audacious, and they're like, Kim, that is so you. That's what I'm known
Sounds
for.
like my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love being a lion. I'm good.
Yes.
Me too.
I'll bet. Especially
But I
with that.
also love when people around me are happy. I
Yes.
also love to see
Yes.
women
Oh,
succeed.
absolutely.
Let's talk about that for a moment, because I think herein lies the lemonade. Where is the fruit in who you are and how you show up, and how do other people show up as a result of being in your life? That to me makes me so excited to see my sisters win.
Mhm.
All of
Yeah.
them. When Boss B wins, I win.
Yeah.
Kim, Poetic, when you win,
Yeah.
I win. And
Yeah.
so to me, that's like the ultimate test. Am I helping? Am I making things better in your world as
Yeah.
you are in mine?
Yes.
It has to be reciprocated.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely. And you are. Let me just answer that.
Thank you.
Well,
And
when
likewise.
you win, I win, right?
That's right. We
That's right.
are. What does Big Jack say? We grow and go together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stronger together. That's
Yeah.
right.
And I love that. That's why I'm so happy to be a part of this platform, because
Mhm.
it's just so in alignment with my mission and my goals in life.
Yeah.
And look how many people we all get to reach. I think it's amazing.
Mhm.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree. All right, then. Well, before I close out tonight's Ladies Diary, which, every day, every month, I've gotten used to getting there to the end point and wanting to not stop.
Yeah.
It's always such a wonderful conversation. And
Yeah.
I don't think it really even matters where you're from, who you are. It's just a good conversation. And us ladies, we need to have that. We just
do.
need to have that.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna give a little promo here because I just, I want to remind you all that what we're doing doesn't stop with this when this live ends. Okay. This is part of a whole universe of
Mhm.
conversations that we're building together, right? Now, every Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Central, I'm live with Ask a Bee. Yay, y'all! I've done it over a month now. Oh my gosh! Can you believe
That takes a
it?
lot of stick-to-itiveness.
It
Good
does.
on you.
It
like,
does. Oh
keep
my
those
goodness!
ideas
But
all
you
the
know
time. I'm
what?
gonna shut up now.
No, you're fine. No, you are great. Every time I end a show, I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
that's one more on,
So that's not be
one more notch on my bedpost on that one.
Yeah, my grandson just busted in the door on me.
Oh, yeah. I have that happen all the time too. But yeah, so okay. Saturday nights, I've switched it a little bit. Saturday, my show is going to be in the evening when we usually have We Be Jamming time. I'm going to take the 3 Saturdays that we have opened for my jukebox journey, where we learn a little bit about music.
Okay. Nice.
Mostly rock, because I'm kind of a rock and roll girl, but country
But were
too.
you into hair metal in the 80s? This is the question. I'll admit it.
There's a video that I've already made on that. Yeah, sorry, I got hair. I believe it was Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue that was on my wall behind me.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So yeah, I love the hair bands,
Yes. I'm a big
But-
Def Leppard girl.
Oh, see, I just put out a short today on Def Leppard.
There you
That
go.
man is whoopty.
Oh. Yeah.
All right. So if tonight's episode did speak to you, make sure you plugged in to Mama Lion's Coach's Corner and Voices of Resilience series and the entire Iron Sharpening Iron universe, because we're lifting people up across more than one show, more than one channel, and more than one conversation. So hit that subscribe, you guys. Share this out with somebody who needs it, and come back and sit with us again. There's always a seat at the table. We're just getting started, right, ladies?
Absolutely.
That's right.
All righty. If you ladies would please hold back so we can talk just a few more minutes afterwards. Let me just say thank you for being here. Absolutely.
Can I just tell my chat? Thank you all. I'm sorry I wasn't
Lady, go right
acknowledging
ahead.
y'all. I didn't have another device, so thank you all.
Go right ahead, honey. You tell all of them if you want to call them out. They're all supporters.
I can't even see them, but thank you all. I know you all are in there. I'll check my chat after, but I love you all. Thank you all for supporting me.
Amen.
Thank you, Boss B, for having me on your show.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You want to say anything to your people, Kim? I want to give y'all a moment here.
Kim's trying to find her people.
Oh, what do I have to say?
Uh-oh.
Like, subscribe, share,
Like,
comment. Please let your voice be heard. We need to hear it. We need to hear it. We need to hear it. Like, without hearing from our friends in the chat and each other on screen and all of this, we're shallow. We are not nearly as rich, without all those ingredients, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm thinking about the carrot cake that's being baked.
That's not fair. I'm really on my way over now.
It sounded like carrot cake.
Come north.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, it is warm here.
Yeah. I want to
It's a
say
trade-off.
keep sharing the message. I know people are going to watch this in the future. There's some really good nuggets in here, and write into us, please. Continue to send us those letters. I know our email address and everything's on the little ticker tape thing. I call it the ticker tape. Like,
That works.
please reach out and keep writing, because we love to hear from you. And if you're going through it, somebody else is too. So it always benefits other people.
Amen.
Thank
Amen
you
to
so much.
that.
And
Thank you,
I'm just going to
ladies.
add one more thing here.
Sure.
Something I always tell my students: if you have a question about it, somebody else will too, and they
Yes.
won't be brave enough to ask.
There
So
you go.
please be brave enough.
Yes,
Like this
yes.
letter that was written in today.
Any of these letters that are written in, I'll speak for myself, Mama Lions, and Big Jack. Any of these letters that are written in, they are totally anonymous. We're not going to say any of your business that you don't want to hear. Okay. So I'm going to say it again, ladies. Thank you so very much for being here. And to my wonderful co-host, Mama Lions, our panel tonight, all of you, thank you for pouring your wisdom. And Mama Lions, thank you for that good sweet lemonade in that conversation. You know I love that. All right. Whether you're here live or catching the replay, your presence means more than you know. Keep sharing these episodes. Keep sending your letters. And most of all, keep choosing yourself, please. Love you guys.
Yes.
Bye-bye.